On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 gold rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. Yes! It's the one that you've all been waiting for. It's the 12th day of Christmas. I am so excited. We're gonna have to find a couple of breaths of calm and grounding at the beginning because I slightly cannot wait. Might be chaos. I need to remember what comes after what, which has never been one of my strengths. So we'll see. Okay, stand at the top of your mat. Roll the shoulders back. Knees are a little soft. Close the eyes, palms facing forward. Spread the toes. Standing up tall and strong, and take 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, if that feels good. Just settling into this space. If you have come along for the whole ride with me, and thank you so much, and just take a minute to check in with how that's felt. The ups and downs, highs and lows, tenuous links after tenuous links. We made our way all the way to the 12 days of Christmas. So before we start, just a little moment of gratitude for yourself for sticking with this. Hey, even if you've just come in for this last one, I'm really grateful. But be grateful to yourself too. Taking a little bit of time to move the body, be a little bit silly, and connect in. Even when we're doing things that are silly and a bit out there. And gently bring the eyes open. We begin, of course, with the first day of Christmas and the partridge in a pear tree. So root that left foot down into the mat. Right leg finds a tree. Sole of foot on calf, on thigh, whatever your tree wants to be today. Grow that tree, hands through heart center and then all the way up. Yes, lovely. Now we've got our tree, let's put our partridge in it. So arms are kind of over the top of the head, fingers together. Can you bend to the right, even if it's just a little? There's our partridge, perched in the tree. Yes, take a deep breath here. You've got it. If you fall, just bring yourself back in. Yes. And then bring yourself up. Release that right foot all the way down to the mat. Now standing at the top of the mat, feet are hip width apart. Next is our turtle doves. Join the thumbs together and flap those 2 turtle doves. 2 turtle doves, gloves, bubs, all the way above your head. And then release your arms wide as you fold all the way down. 2 down already. Inhale, hands to shins. Find your half lift. Exhale, release. And snuggle your feet out to your squat position. Toes slightly off the mat, heels facing in. Sink down. Here are our 3 French hens. Maybe opening up those thighs with the elbows, hands at heart center. Laying that egg. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. And then press the hands down into the mat. Inhale, reach the hips up. Can you step right and left foot back to downward facing dog? Spread those fingers wide. Lift the hips, ease the heels back. Any first shapes or steps you want to take. So stepping it out, padding it out in your downward facing dog. Shaking the head, nodding it. Anything that you want. Opening hips. Anything that you need here. And then finding a bit of stillness. I'm so overexcited about this. Okay, so 3 French hens is where we got to. We're going to inhale that right leg high and exhale to step it through between the hands. Lay the back knee down to the ground. Rise up to your lunge. It's time for the cooling birds. So let's flap our wings 4 times out to the side. Once rising, twice rising, big old wings, 3 times rising, really wide, 4th time rising. Yes. Now bring the arms up above the head. We're going to twist to the right, send right arm back, left arm forward. Yes. And then, can you bring your hands overhead for 5 gold rings? Yes, the absolute pinnacle. Lovely. And then face the front of your mat once more. Send your hands down around the front foot. Lift that back knee. Step the back foot in slightly, toes pointing top left-hand corner of the mat. Front knee bends as you inhale and rise to your warrior 1. Just adjusting your feet as you need to make sure knee is bending over that front heel, wrapping that right hip back, squaring off the hips. Yes. Okay, so we've had our 5 gold rings. The geese are a-laying. Send your hands back behind you. Find a clasp of the hands. Roll the shoulders back. And then drop yourself down. You are that goose swooping down to find some food. Wrap right hip back behind you. Yes, tip of the head down towards the mat. Keep wrapping that right hip round. Really release the arms behind you. Yes, lovely. 1 final breath here. And then release the hands around the foot. Step your back foot into a lunge. Snuggle your right foot all the way across the mat behind that left wrist. As we sit down into a pigeon, yes, left leg behind you, right leg in front. Send the arms long for a sleeping swan. Our 7 swans are swimming. Take a deep breath here. Really release down into the hips. Sending each exhale down to your hips. Sending a breath to a specific part of the body to encourage it to release, to relax, to ease. And then gently walk the hands up towards you. We're going to press back to an all 4 position. So just bring your knees in so they're stacked under hips, hands, wrists, under shoulders. Because it's time for maids are milking the cows. Inhale to lower the belly, rise the head, find your cow pose. Yes, lovely. And let's just move through a couple of cat-cows just to stretch out the body. Yes, inhaling and exhaling, finding this shape. And then in your next cow, can you stay there? Staying in your cow. Yes. Now we're going to lift your right foot, so you've still got that little dip of the belly. Left arm is going to come forward and reach back for the foot. Yes, left hand to right foot. Maybe it just reaches behind. We're 9 ladies dancing. As you press the foot into the hand, find that lift in the chest. Think beautiful, graceful, extended pose. Lovely. Taking a deep breath here. And then gently release that foot if you've got hold of it. Left hand comes down, right knee comes into chest, and step the foot all the way through. Can you lift your back toes and stand up into a high lunge? We're racking through them, absolutely racking through them. So we've had our 9 ladies dancing. Next up is the Lords who leap. So can you take your arms back beside you, little fingers facing up, fold over this front thigh. Can you spring that left foot to find a warrior 3, a leaping lord. Roll the shoulders back, reach those little fingers up. Yes. Take one more deep breath here. And then step that back foot to a lunge once more. Now we're going to turn the feet to the left edge of the mat to come out to a wide-legged fold here. Yeah. And can you place toes facing forward, heels just behind, facing the side of the mat? Lovely. Take a deep breath here. So we've just had our 10 Lords of Leaping. 11 Pipers Piping are up next. Let's bring our heels in. Toes are now out, slightly smaller stance. Bend the knees. Goddess squat here. Yeah, so pressing thighs over in the direction of the little toes, really opening up the thighs. Sitting down, keeping the spine as tall as you can. Let's bring that pipe to our face, our little flute, toodaloo. Let's take it all the way over. Yes, to the other side. Bring it back. Lovely work, yes. And again, back to the other side. That's 4, we've got 11 Pipers Piping. 5 is over to this side. Wonderful, can you spread your arms really wide and long? 6, 7, take them all the way over, yes. 8, I know the legs are burning, let's keep it going. 9, yes. 10, and we have one more for the 11 Pipers Piping. Now, can you keep your legs the same? I know, it's sore. Drop the arms, maybe sit a little deeper, send those knees out. 12 drummers drumming, drum. Absolutely drum it. Yes. Standing up tall still in this goddess pose. Drumming for 3, for 2, for 1. And stand up. Oh yeah. Take a deep breath. Turn the toes back to the long edge of the mat, heels stacked behind. You could lengthen your stance a bit. Oh, hands to hips. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, send the bum back, fold all the way down. Send your hands down to the mat. Send the weight forward into the toes and fold. Taking a deep breath. We moved through all of our 12, just one more side, celebrating all of those 12 gifts, or the many more than 12 gifts, the 12 different types of gifts, at which your house is then very full. Inhale, lift to your fingertips, find a little lift, and then walk your hands around the front foot. Finding a lunge, can you step that back foot all the way up to the front? Folding here. Yes, and then tuck chin into chest. Slowly roll all the way back up. Rolling the shoulders, head is last thing to rise as you stand. Lovely. Let's take it to the other side, shall we? So right foot roots down into the ground. Left foot finds that tree, whatever that tree looks like for you. Any of those options. Finding your tree, pressing those hips forward, bringing hands to heart center and then taking them up and out. Partridge in a pear tree. So we found our tree. Where's the little partridge nesting? Leaning over to the left. Oh, I know, the balance, yes. Love that wobble. Just try. Try just for now, this minute. Whew, appreciate that wobble. It's your body balancing. Legit doing what it's meant to do. One more breath. And then reach the arms all the way up. Bring that knee into chest and step it down. Yes, feet hip width apart at the front of your mat. Cross those thumbs. Fly your turtle doves, 2 of them, all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale to send the arms wide, bum back as you fold all the way down. Inhaling, hands come to shins, find a half lift. Exhale, release. Can you wiggle your toes out to your squat pose so their toes are facing off the mat, heels slightly in, and sink your bum down. 3 French hens. Press those hands together, roll the shoulders back. Take a deep breath here. Sitting up tall, laying that egg. And then press the hands down into the mat, lift the hips, step left and right foot back to downward facing dog. And just take a couple of breaths here. Again, stepping through the legs, nodding, shaking the head, any little movements that you need. And then just finding your breath. Slow and steady. Spreading those fingers, easing the heels a little closer to the mat. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, step the foot between the hands, lower that back knee. Rise the arms all the way up high. No, low lunge, sorry. Arms are high, yes. Bring those legs together as if they were coming together. And it's time for the 4 cooling birds. Arms out to the side, 4 big flaps. Inhaling 1, next big flap 2, 3, take it big, and 4, all the way up. Yes, now lift the arms back up. We're twisting to the left, right arm forward, left arm back, keep bending over that front ankle. And then arms come across above the top of the head. 5 gold rings. It's the best bit, best bit. Exhale, release to the front. Bring your hands around that front foot, lift the back knee. Step your back foot in slightly, toes pointing top right hand corner of the mat, front leg bends, left leg straight, right leg straight even. She's too excited, she's getting confused. Rise the hands up, warrior 1, yes. Separating the legs so that you have got that bend in the front knee over the heel. A bit of space in between the feet, the legs. Yes. Hips square, facing the front of the mat. And then release the hands behind you, clasping the opposite way, opposite thumb on top. Roll shoulders back, lift the chest. And then take the body to the inside of the left leg. Tip of the head bows down towards the mat. Our geese are sweeping down to find their food that they need for laying. Deep breath here. Keep bending over that leg. Please don't let yourself get too heavy on the leg. Releasing yourself down, and then release the hands around the front foot. We're going to walk that left foot behind right wrist. Laying yourself out into your pigeon, right leg long behind you. Our swans are swimming. Send your arms forward. Maybe down to forearms, maybe arms out in front. So we find our sleeping swan. Really sinking into the hips. Breathing here. Sending both those hips down into the mat evenly. Releasing yourself. And then slowly starting to walk the hands up towards you. Bring that left knee back as we find an all fours position once more. Yes. Inhale, belly drops, head rises. That's right, the maids are milking. Roll the shoulders back. And then exhale, just move through your cat. Find a couple of these. Moving through. Lovely. Yes. And the next time you come back through your cow, stay there. Stay in your cow as you start to lift your left leg. Right arm goes back and round to hold on to the foot. Foot presses into hand if you can reach it. Ladies, dancing. Roll the shoulders back, really press that foot into hand, or you're reaching back, finding this beautiful dancer type shape. And then if you're holding that foot, gently release. Place the right hand down, step that left foot all the way through, lift the back knee as we find a warrior. I don't mean a warrior. Oh gosh, a lunge. This is the epitome or the absolute high of my excitement, right? She's getting confused. We're nearly there. Lords are leaping. That's where we're going. So we're going to send the little fingers back, fold over this front leg, and then lift that right leg. Warrior 3, roll those shoulders back, little fingers high as we leap. Yes. And then gently lower that foot all the way down. 10 Lords are leaping. Now turn to the right, face the side of the mat, long edge, toes forward, heels behind. Lovely. And then can you shift your heels in, toes facing out, slightly shorter stance. We've got those 11 pipers piping. So starting on the other side, let's bend the knees. Yes, goddess squat, opening the thighs out, taking them outside, yep, standing up tall and straight with the spine sinking. And it's time for the 11 pipers piping. She's delirious. We're nearly there. You may be delirious too. 1 pipe, 2 pipes, 3 pipes, and 4. Yes. Let's go to 5. 6 takes us more than halfway. 7, 8. Lovely. 9, 10, and the 11 pipers piping. Keep sitting. Release the hands. Can you lower a little more? Send those knees, those thighs out, and let's drum. Yes, 12 drummers are drumming, and that equates to a lot of noise that you have got to produce, just you. So let's get drumming. Keep it going for 3, for 2, for 1. Oh, and stand tall. Send the feet or the toes facing forward, heels behind, hands to hips, roll shoulders back, send bum back, fold. All the way down, hands underneath your shoulders, weight into the toe side of the feet. And breathe. Oh gosh, the delirium is real. The 12 days of Christmas, everybody, hey? Who would have thought that's what you'd be doing today? Keep breathing here. Press the hips over the heels. Let the tip of your head relax down to the mat. And then inhale, rise to your fingertips. Find a little lift of the chest. Walk those hands around the front foot as you lunge and then step. The right foot forward, fold. Tuck chin into chest and roll all the way up. Rising arms above you. Exhale, take them wide, bum back as you fold. Inhale, bring hands to shins, find a lift. Exhale, take it down, step right and left foot back to plank. Lower the knees, hips above your knees as you send your arms forward. Keep those hips stacking over the knees as you send chest down to the mat. Forehead maybe chin. Something that feels good for you today. Pressing back through the bum even though it's staying over those knees. Can you lower the chest a little closer to your mat? One final deep breath here. And then gently looking up to your fingers, walking your hands slightly back as you send the knees wide, send the hips back to the heels. Can you wind your hands back around your heels? Making yourself into a small little child's pose here. Connecting back in. And breathing. One last breath here. And then tuck your chin into your chest, roll yourself up. Let's move onto our bum. Feet flat to the floor, arms out gently. Roll yourself back down onto your mat. Press your palms into the mat. Soles of the feet are flat to the ground. Heels are within touching distance of your fingertips. Inhale, just gently reach the hips up. We're just going to move through this, so exhale to release it. Inhale, lift the hips, just with your inhale and exhale. Exhale, release. Take 2 more like this. Lifting the hips on the inhale, releasing them down on the exhale. And then bring your feet as wide as the mat. Just arms out to the side, to a cactus, to a T, and take your knees from side to side. A little stretch for the body. Easing yourself down. And then the next time that the knees land on the right hand side, keep them there. Yeah, lovely. And you can keep them here. You can gaze over your left hand. Keep those shoulders rooted. You could press your right foot over left thigh. So yeah, just crossing and adding a little bit more of a stretch there. Only if you would like it. Finding your breath. And then if that right ankle, heel is on top of the leg, gently release it. Lift the knees slowly to center and over to the left. Maybe gazing over your right hand, keeping those shoulders down and strong. Maybe crossing left foot over right thigh, easing a little more stretch. And finding your breath. Relaxing the forehead and the shoulders. And then if that left foot is crossed over thigh, gently releasing it. Bring the knees up to center. Can you lift your legs and your arms up to the ceiling? Let's have one more drum for the 12 days. Drummers are drumming. Drum with arms and legs as much as you can. Shaking it off for a last release of that energy. Really drumming as loud as you can for 3, 2, 1, and then release everything. Arms wide, legs wide. Snuggling those shoulders underneath you. Fingers curl into the palms. Relax forehead, relax jaw, relax cheeks. And then maybe connect right hand to belly, left hand to heart. And take a huge deep breath with me in through the nose, out through the mouth. "12 days there of yoga practice, a mix of all sorts of things, different shapes, different challenges, different pockets of calm. So I encourage you to take some time after this to lie on your mat a little longer, to think about what you've achieved. I want to say a massive thank you for watching. I love to have space and time and peace on my mat, but also fun and joy and different things, shapes, challenges, laughter. There's a fair few more videos on this channel that you can tap up if you would like, or come join me online for a class. Let me know if you're interested. You can do a live one. See your face in real life. Anyway, have a wonderful rest of your day, week and year. And thank you so much. You rocked the 12 days of Christmas.